Good evening, lovely spirits. It's the wise servant here, Mr. Solace. Now, today I want to do this video discussing hair. Someone inboxed me, they asked me questions on how they could get their hair to grow and what was the healthiest things they could do for their hair. So today I want to break down this video basically explaining what's the best things y'all can do to get y'all hair to grow healthy. But before I tell you what's healthy for your hair, I want to break down exactly what hair is. Because I believe if you know what hair is on your own, then I wouldn't need to tell you what you can do to make your hair longer or healthier. You'd know already. So when you knowing what hair is, there's where the answer to all your questions are. I can answer all your questions, but how do you know I'm right? And this is my point. This is why it's more important that I break down to y'all what hair is. And then you can pretty much figure it out on your own. From there, what's healthy and what's not. Now, I'm going to give y'all the jewels of what's healthy and what's not and how to get it long. But before I go into that, I want to break down exactly what hair is. Now, what is hair? Hair is grass. I want y'all to grasp that. Hair is grass. So we have hair, the earth has grass, animals have fur, etc., etc. Now we put different words on all these things because we look for the differences in things. But they're all truly one and the same. They're basically the hair of the body of whatever the being is. Now, hair is grass. It is exactly the same thing. There is no difference. You can say hair is the micro and grass is the macro. So what grass is, hair is the micro of that. Now, you can look in depth science-wise and look up what a hair is, what it's made of, how it works, and you can do the same for grass. I mean, you will see many correlations. So I'm not just pulling this out of thin air, but I learned from the life. So this is why I'm not even breaking it down from a science perspective. I'm going to break it down from a life perspective so y'all can truly grasp. Now, hair is grass. And what do you need for grass? All you need for grass is water, sunlight, and soil, which is dirt. So all you need is soil, sunlight, and water. And grass will grow, it will be healthy, and it's a good thing. Now, I said hair is grass. So in that, there's your answer. For your hair to grow healthy, all you need is water, sunlight, and whatever dirt or dust your hair accumulates throughout the day. And your hair will grow long, healthy, thick, bouncy, whatever, however y'all like it. But it'll grow great. Now, I want y'all to grasp, because I know a lot of y'all are like, what about dry scalp? Don't we need oils and grease for our hair? And this is a bad thing. Hair oils and grease you don't need. Now, you need them because you use soaps and shampoos. And the soaps and shampoos we use today, they completely dry the skin out. So it dries your hair out. It dries your scalp out. When you take a shower and you get out, you're dry. This is why you have to put on oil or lotion just to feel not so dry. The soaps, the shampoos, this dries us out. But if you didn't use soaps and shampoos, you wouldn't need to add oils and grease to your hair. And I want you to grasp. When the sun shines on your head, which is something that a lot of us lack, but when the sun shines on your head, you sweat. Now, our sweat is oil, but for some reason we call it sweat. So it's just like peanuts. You put peanuts in a jar, you seal the lid. After 30 days or so, the jar will be full of oil, peanut oil, which is nothing more than sweat. The peanut's been in the jar with the lid sealed, sweating. So this is how you know I'm not making this up. It's one and the same. Sweat is oil. Coconut oil, peanut oil, whatever kind of oil you get or buy from the store, it's been extracted from the thing by basically sweating it out. And it's the same with us. When we sweat, this is our oils. So now you have to grasp. You wake up every day, you take a shower. Now you wash your hair, but without the soap. Just use water. Wash your hair. You go outside. The sun shines on your hair. Now, when you're out during the day, your hair will accumulate dust and dirt and whatever, and this will work like soil on your scalp and the hair. Then when you get home, when you wake up in the morning or whatever at night and you take your shower, rinse all the day's dust and dirt out your hair. No soap and shampoos, just rinse it. This is all your hair needs. It won't smell or anything. The thing is, people don't wash their hair every day or wet it every day. And the reason why they don't do this is because they have their hair fried, dyed, and laid to the side. So if they wet it every day, they would have to get it redone every day. And this would be hell of expensive. So this is why most people don't wet their hair every day. And this is why people's hair begin to smell. Then they add oils and sheens and things to make it smell better. But you truly don't need any of this. All you need is sunlight, water, and whatever dust or dirt your hair accumulates throughout the day. The sweat will act as oil in your scalp, and you won't ever need to put oils in your hair. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. Now, you wouldn't put a hot comb to grass, you wouldn't put a perm to grass, none of this. Yet you do it to your hair, and this damages the hair. And this is why you need oils and all these different things that y'all use because y'all think y'all need it. So now you perm your hair. Now you got to put grease in it and make it nice and slick and gel and all this different stuff. And this stops the dirt or dust from getting to your scalp. Grasp that. You have grease all caked up in your hair. So now the dirt and dust that your hair would be accumulating throughout the day is getting caught in the grease. So it's not even really touching your hair or your scalp. All the dirt and gook is getting caught up in the grease. Then you eventually wash your hair and all the dirt and grease comes out, but the dirt never actually touched your hair. It was on the grease all that time. Then you wash your hair with soap and shampoo and it dries it out. Then you need more greasing. So one thing interferes with the next. Then being as though your hair is straightened and done, now you don't want to get it in the sun too much because then you're going to sweat it out. So you don't get the sunlight you're supposed to. Then you don't want to get it wet because the same thing. Get wet, it's going to get puffy, you're going to have to get it done again. So we avoid sunlight when dealing with our hair. We avoid water when dealing with our hair, and I mean on a daily basis. You need these things on a daily basis, just like grass does. But we avoid these things on a daily basis. You avoid sunlight because you don't want to sweat your perm out. We avoid water because you don't want to wet your perm out. Then you have grease all in your hair to keep the perm looking shiny and slick. This interferes with the dust and dirt, which acts like soil on your hair. This interferes with that from even touching your hair. So this is my point. This is why hair is not growing like it would. Dirt is more healthy for y'all than most of the things y'all deem healthy. We look at dirt as ill, that's dirt. Dirt is a very healthy thing. Rubbing dirt in your hair is way more healthy than rubbing shampoo. And before I lose you, and you say, no, he's bugging. People take mud baths. They put the mud mask and things on their face. So don't tell me dirt ain't healthy. Y'all look at things as healthy when y'all want to. But in all reality, dirt is a lot more healthy than many of the things that we indulge in. And y'all need to grasp that. You could eat dirt. You probably won't like the taste. But dirt ain't a bad thing. Y'all got this wrong. And your hair needs the dirt and dust that it accumulates throughout the day. It needs this. With the sweat and the sunlight and all of that just forming and working in the hair and the scalp. The dirt and the sweat is doing wonders for your scalp. And then when you go home and take a shower and you rinse all of that out, it's a beautiful thing. Next day happens again. Dust and dirt is accumulated, sun shines on it, the sweat comes, oils the scalp, and then you rinse it out. Hair be healthy, strong. It'll grow. But we don't indulge into the real things anymore. We don't indulge into the natural things. You think water isn't good enough to clean you, to clean your hair. And this is because you got so much grease and caked up gel, and water ain't enough to get through that. When you got grease caked up in your hair, you're gonna need more than water. It's like oil. You get oil on your hands, you're gonna need some soap just to break through the oil. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. You wasn't using greases and perms and all this crazy stuff. You wouldn't need it. You need those things because you used the wrong things. So we indulge into the wrong things in life that's not healthy, but we deem them healthy. So if you ask most people and you say, what's more healthy for your hair, this soil or this shampoo? Most people will pick the shampoo and say, that's dirt. Why would I put dirt on me? But it's a deep thing you have to grasp. We don't know organic anymore. All we know is what's made to be sold. So it's just like vitamins. We all view vitamins as healthy. Vitamins are good for you. A lot of people take vitamins, solace. But vitamins are not natural. They're not healthy. Vitamins are man-made. Show me a vitamin tree that grows vitamin pills on it. And then I'll say you're right. Vitamins are healthy. And this is my point. Y'all get lost in things. Show me a vitamin tree that grows vitamin pills. You can't, because life does not produce pills. Vitamins. Life produces food, and it holds all the vitamins and nutrients that you need in the food, in the fruit. Man makes a pill that mimics that. It's called the supplement. And for some reason, we think the supplement is better than the real deal. So if a person is low on iron, we all know they'll go down to GNC or wherever, and they'll buy themselves some iron pills and build their iron up. Mind you, you're supposed to get iron from greens, from eating greens. Now, why would you go buy a pill to get iron when you can get the iron from the greens? And this is my point. Mind you, the pill ain't iron. It's a supplement. The pill ain't greens. You know that. Where are they getting the iron in the pill? So you got to grasp. It's supplement. It's artificial things that act as the iron, but it's truly not the iron. So when a person's taking vitamin pills for iron, they're not ingesting iron, just the supplement, the vitamin, which is not real. A vitamin is in the food, not the pill. You have to grasp. You can't cheat the life. This is why people that take vitamins, they be sweating profusely for no reason. You're not supposed to sweat like that. That's not normal. But we think vitamins are healthy, so we like, nah, this is good. And it's not. Y'all go to GNC and y'all buy all this fake supplement stuff as if it's real. Mind you, the real things is here. Why are y'all buying the fake stuff? I know some of y'all will be like, but the food is GMO'd. Okay, the food is a genetically modified organism. Now, the pill is not even an organism. So, what are you taking? You have to grasp. Y'all are running around here trying to get healthy and buffed and all this crazy stuff using fake things. And it's just not good. This is why people are getting sick and dying. We think it's the food. Y'all like the food is what's giving people diabetes and all of this. And I'm like, damn, they don't be thinking about none of the other stuff that people use, like Tylenol, vitamins. None of these pills have anything to do with life. They're made in a lab, and y'all deem them as healthy. I don't understand this. It's the weirdest thing. You could tell a person, I'm about to pop vitamins, in their mind, that's healthy. I take vitamins, and I'm like, vitamins are in food. How are you taking vitamins and you're popping a pill? Just because the pill is named vitamins don't mean that's what it is. So y'all have to grasp. It's a deep thing. We're lost in the fake reality. Y'all buy. This is how it works. They make one thing that costs one thing so that they can sell you the next thing. They make AIDS. Therefore, they can sell you the cure for the rest of your life for it. Simple stuff like that. They genetically modify the food so that people get diabetes and things like this, and then they can sell you the cure for the rest of your life because it don't ever cure you. It just gets you from day to day. And this is how they stretch it out. Mind you, none of this stuff is truly real. It's all a matter of the fake things y'all do. The medicines y'all take to heal y'all is what makes you sick. So you have to grasp. When you go to the doctor and they give you medicine, they prescribe you medicine. They don't ever prescribe you herbs, roots of plants, vegetables. This is never the medicine. Mind you, all medicinals are in the plants. So why are doctors giving y'all pills and things as opposed to prescribing you a certain plant? Go get this plant. Go. You never heard that from a doctor. They give you a prescription to go to the pharmacy to get fake medicine. Because all real medicine comes from plants. Medicinal plants. So this is what medicine is. The plants. Just like all vitamins are in plants, fruits. So if you're taking something that's vitamins and it ain't a fruit, plant, or food or something, then it ain't really the vitamin. So you have to grasp. And this is where we are. We completely avoid reality. A person to be low on calcium and they'll go get calcium pills before they go buy a bag of oranges and just sit there and eat that and build their calcium up with just eating oranges because it's the same thing, except the orange is real. The pill ain't really calcium. It's just going to supplement the calcium in some kind of way, but it never actually does what it's supposed to. This is why it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp, man. When y'all learn not to eat and get lost in food, this is when people will start to get wise. This is when people will start to get healthy. I know y'all hear brothers say eat vegan and y'all hear others say eat meat. True wise men gonna tell you don't eat. Because when you stop eating is when you're gonna start realizing what's real and what's not. You're gonna start realizing, okay, we're lost in the physical. Because food is the gateway to all physical desires. That's the one physical desire that no one ever thinks is a physical desire. So you have to grasp. You eat because you think you have to eat. But you truly don't have to eat. I don't eat. You don't see me in a coffin somewhere. So it's a deep thing you have to grasp. The less you eat, the wiser you'll get. Because food is the only physical desire that's truly the block. You have to grasp. That's the one desire you're going to always indulge in. The other ones don't really matter because they don't do nothing to you. They just get your mind lost. So you can go indulge in all the Ferraris and fly clothes and unks and things y'all want. And you could be lost in these things, but you're not digesting them. So, no big deal. But food is being digested, and food is living life. Everything we eat is living life. So it's murder. But we got to do it. But it's still what it is. And it's a deep thing I have to grasp. To get wise, one must learn not to eat. It's a simple thing. A lot of y'all need to not eat so you can get healthy. It's a deep thing. You got to starve your cells out. Micro cells within you, y'all so fat and greedy, the micro cells within you, they fat and greedy. They got an abundance. So they don't work no more. It's like at a job. You pay the workers before Friday, they're not coming to work no more. And it's just like y'all body. Y'all eat and indulge in the physical so much, the cells within your body, they don't have to work. They get whatever they need without doing anything because you're greedy. Mind you, the cells within your body is supposed to be working against bacteria and fighting things that don't belong within your body. But your cells don't fight like they should because they're fat and they're lazy and they like, I don't need to fight. Because this motherfucker that I'm in is gonna keep sending food and natural resources down here. We don't really have to do anything. And this is why people get sick. The virus cells come in there, they attack your cells all lazy and fat. And it's a deep thing. I know it sounds funny, but remove the humor. And it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. Your cells fight the things in your immune system that don't belong. But if your cells ain't at a destructive point where they starving, then they ain't gonna work right. This is why it's important that you gotta starve yourself every now and then. This is why you have to fast. To reboot. It's like rebooting. You gotta turn your body off to give it a reboot. You're always eating. You have to stop eating. Give it a reboot. Starve the cells within you out. Make them work. Oh, what's going on? Where's the nutrients? They start working, and it's like here. If motherfuckers start starving, you'll see people start coming together and working and doing what they got to do to get the life back together. So it's the same with you. A lot of y'all need to starve for 2 or 3 days. Like literally, starve. Don't drink, eat, but just starve and just dehydrate yourself out. And then eat. Guarantee you'll start getting healthy. It's a deep thing. Y'all full of food. Y'all full of death. How you gonna get wise with a stomach full of death? How you gonna get enlightened and get in tune with the all? I want to know all truth, Solace. How do I do that? With a belly full of murder. Yeah, a stomach full of food, which is murdered life. And you like, I want to get all truth and knowledge and I'm enlightened. What are you talking about? It makes no sense. But thinking's not allowed in this existence, I see. We read, and we think reading is getting knowledge. So you read books about what men said about life as opposed to just opening your eyes and observing the life that you live in the same way they did. We don't do that no more. We think we can learn more from reading the book about life than actually observing life and learning. So this is where we are, and this is why men don't know anything. It's a deep thing. This is how the few think for the many. Because y'all don't think. Y'all read books and let other people think for y'all. If I ask 95% of the people on this planet, what do you know? Nobody can really answer nothing. Say something you know that hasn't been said or written already. People can't. Because people don't know nothing except what they read and was told. Meaning their brain hasn't been used by them ever. Grasp how deep that is. You born, you told a whole bunch of stuff you believe from Santa Claus, so on and so forth, and you just told a whole bunch of stuff. And now you an adult and it's the same thing. Brother be breaking down knowledge and he'll say, this brother said, this book said, and it's like, okay, still ain't thinking for self, but they're wise. Makes no sense. And this is how 95% of the world is. Now, I'm not throwing daggers at anyone. I'm just saying. I'm just showing you the picture. This is the reality. We read about life, which is nothing more than another man's thoughts. So, when are we going to start using our own brains is the question. Because if I ask you, what do you know? You should know something on your own. But nobody does. And it's a deep thing. See what that said? Solace said the sperm is the spirit and the egg is the body. And you never heard nobody say that before until I said it. So if a person asks me, Solace, what do you know? I could just go on for hours on a whole bunch of shit I know that ain't nobody ever even discussed. Because I think for myself. I know things. I know all the things y'all know. Everybody knows all the things that everybody know. All the books, we all read the same books. If you're a scholar and a reader, then we've all read the same books. I know the same kind of math y'all know. I went to the same kind of schools y'all went to growing up in. We all know the same stuff. Now, aside from the stuff y'all know, I know a whole bunch of other stuff. So you grasp the difference? And I'm not saying difference to make myself better, but I'm saying, do you see the difference so you can grasp what you need to do? Because all the books in the world ain't going to make you smart. It's just going to make you know what the next person thought. You trying to learn life. We got questions on where you came from before you was born. Where you go after you die. These kind of questions. And we think we're going to get the answer from a book. Mind you, you live in the life. You're a small piece of the life. But you don't know nothing about life. And men can't seem to grasp why. And I'll tell you, it's because of scholars. And all the dumb stuff that y'all deem as smart. A scholar's not smart. He can read. Reading someone else's thoughts does not make you smart. That does not qualify you to say, I'm smart. It just qualifies you to say, I know a whole bunch of stuff that a whole bunch of other men said and thought and wrote down. You know that very well, but you don't know shit. We have to learn to discern the difference. Pardon the curse. But we have to learn to discern the difference. Knowing how to read does not have anything to do with being smart or having intellect. Intellect has to do with thought. If all you think about is what other men wrote and said, then you ain't thinking. They're thinking and you're regurgitating. And this is where we are. All the knowledge we have today is nothing more than theories. I want y'all to truly grasp that. Is the earth round? Is the earth flat? They both theories. All the sciences and things y'all got and everything, all the knowledge y'all have, truly just theories. Now, what is a theory? It's just a calculated guess. It's not a regular old guess, but it's still a guess. It don't hold nothing up to truth. It's just a guess. This is why I debunk everything everybody say, and y'all see how I just tear it apart, and y'all like, damn, you ripped that apart. So easy. They didn't even say nothing back, because they can't. And this is why. Because you're not going nowhere with no theory. It doesn't matter how smart and clever you are. If you're speaking on theories, you're not going anywhere. And all the knowledge that y'all hear being spread is all theories. So I want y'all to grasp that. Scientists made guesses on all the things we have as knowledge. They made guesses on these things. Then other men came along and they added more guesses on top of those things. To the point where you don't know that it started from theory from the jump. We got what's at the bottom as truth. And what's on top of that is truth. And then what's on top of that is like, this is where it's getting altered. Mind you, we don't realize it's been altered from the jump. It started with the theory. You can't build knowledge up stacking theories on top of each other. Y'all are so lost in theories, y'all don't even realize they're theories anymore. This is why you build knowledge up on top of it. So you have to grasp. This is why flat earth theorists, they come up with new things every day, forgetting that it was a theory. Flat earth started as a theory. It's no longer a theory, even though it is. So you have to grasp. You got Mandela's effects and all type of things being built up on this theory. So you have to grasp. You can't get lost in theories and then start confusing them for knowledge, because then you start to add on to those theories, and then this is when you have a whole pile of lies and you can't find the truth at the bottom because it's so far down. And it's a deep thing. This is where we are now. Y'all just have to realize you're not going to know anything until you observe life. This is how you learn. I know y'all get discouraged and say, I don't know how to do that. This is why I say go to the land, go to the outskirts of your city, because you're not looking at life, you're looking at buildings and cars and concrete, and this is why you're not grasping anything. It's a deep thing, but it's your main man Solace. I went way over the time limit I was supposed to, but hopefully y'all got a jewel out that with the hair and with the vitamins at the end. It's your main man Solace. Y'all be groovy. Y'all have a good night. And try to stay within that peaceful place within yourself. Try to get a little alone time every time you can. Do some thinking. It's a deep thing. A lot of y'all take time out to read and study. Take time out to think. It's your main man Solace. Good evening.